So now we are going to talk about, we looked at the concepts of Azure OpenAI service. We also looked at how to provision them, how to create a deployment, and also we looked at what is the difference between the completions playground and the chat completions playground. And also we looked at the variety of models like the GPT-4, GPT 3.5, what DALI model can do, what Whisper model can do, and so on. So we talked about Azure AI Studio, but we didn't look at in detail about what it is all about. Azure AI Studio is basically like a one-stop shop of bringing all the AI capabilities from the different Azure services in one place. So if you look at a lot of the Azure services, Azure AI services, each have its own studio. So Microsoft want to consolidate everything into one, which is the Azure AI Studio in here. So you can use the Azure AI Studio to build generative AI applications on an enterprise grade platform, and you can you can create a project and you can interact with the project directly using the Azure AI Studio. And this is a trusted and inclusive platform mainly developed to empower developers of all capabilities and preferences to innovate with AI and shape the future. And that is the main idea of having this portal. And then you can create a project, you can save the state, you can start working on prototyping, and then you can just try and experiment the different type of models. And also there are a few tools that are available within Azure AI Studio also that you can use leverage for your AI solutions. So if you take Azure AI Studio, it is chock full of valuable AI tools and features that are available. So whether you want to have a unified platform for developing your AI solutions, you can use it for data integration where you can ground your models using your own data. You can apply retrieval augment generation as well as provides vector support. It provides you the full development life cycle. So you have the model catalog there, you have the prompt flow tool there, and LLM Ops is also available for you to practice. Last but not the least is a safe and responsible AI principles is also incorporated in there. The likes of content classification, model monitoring, and jailbreak risk detection. These are some of the capabilities or tools that are available within Azure AI Studio for you to use. So what do you use the Azure AI Studio for? So as I said, this is a one-stop shop where you can do any AI related activities on for Azure. So you can build and train your own models. You can ground the Azure Open AI service and open source models with your own data. You can use the built-in vector indexing. Retrieval augmented generation is made really easy here. You can create prompt flows, and also like AI safety, content safety is built in here. So if I want to just to showcase it in a visual way, this is what AI Studio is capable for. So it's one studio, an SDK, one setup, one data story, and one Microsoft. So you develop using Azure AI Studio. You can use GitHub repository for source control. And of course, you can pull data from whether the Fabric or Power Platform or even the industry cloud products. You will be able to do that and leverage that. So this is where it comes in. So within the AI, Azure AI Studio and within the AI stack, as you can see, you have access to the pre-built AI capabilities, or you have custom machine learning capabilities, or you can also do model customization and fine tuning wherever you require. So, but still at the end of the day, you are going to use the Azure AI Studio as a one-stop shop for everything. So moving on from that, we are going to look at what are the other things that you can find within the Azure AI Studio. So here you can explore the model catalog in Azure AI Studio. So the key thing is like models from Hugging Face, Meta, they are like available. So now you can compare and contrast the Microsoft foundational models along with the Hugging Face and Meta, and you can get some benchmarks showing which model is performs really well and that you can use for your scenario. So I would definitely recommend you to just look at the different models and baseline the models and then use them as part of here. The next thing is, as I said, the different comprehensive machine learning models that you can compare and get benchmarks within the Azure AI Studio is the Azure OpenAI service models are all there. The meta models are available there. All the different Hugging Face models and the NVIDIA models, they're also available. So the key idea here is like rather than going into different places to try and compare and benchmark these models, you can all compare and benchmark these models in one place. And that's what you are trying to get to see here. Okay, so now we looked at it, and this is just short example just to show like how the benchmark basically works. So as you can see here, here you have the benchmark graphs, and you can choose the models that you that are getting compared, and you can add any additional models as you can see listed in here for comparison. So here the two models that are compared is GPT-40314 and here GPT 432K. And so the 32K is basically additional number of tokens that are supported by that model. And you can see how they are performing. And then you can make a call to decide on which model you want to use. And with the Azure AI Studio, you also have the GPT-4 for Vision with Azure AI Vision. So this is in public preview, and with this Azure AI Vision, you will be able to unlock a lot of different scenarios where you can write prompts with video, images, as well as text. So this opens up a wide range of opportunity that you can use within the Azure Open AI. And I will also call it as the multimodality with the latest Azure OpenAI service models, because the GPT-4 Turbo with Vision with Azure AI Vision integration. So as I said, it's not only supporting text, right? Now it is text, code, images, videos, and it is opening up a large opportunity for people to try different things within their landscape of AI. Also, like there is within the Azure AI Studio, Microsoft is launching with Meta's Llama 2 version of the model. And these are ready to use API with pay as you go billing based on tokens for the large language models. And you can integrate with your favorite LLM tools like Promptflow or Semantic Kernel or even LangChain, and you can use serverless fine tuning with provisioning GPU. So if you're deciding to fine tune your models, the infrastructure required to fine tune is also available quite easily. So this is just showcasing like how you have the Llama models available for to use as in the pay as you go model, and you can fine tune them quite easily for Llama 2. So this is all things that you can do within the Azure AI Studio. So this is again an example where you can do the Llama 2 inference APIs with model as a service mechanism. And of course, you can also do the fine tuning with model as a service. So here you can take the Llama 2 base model and you can fine tune it with your own data. And the infrastructure that you require to fine tune is also available in there. I'll quickly showcase how you can access the Azure AI Studio, and you can create a new project. So let me jump back to my Azure portal here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to the Azure OpenAI service. Just bear with me. Let me pull this through. So let me click on go to the Azure OpenAI Studio. So this is now going to launch my OpenAI Studio. So there is a difference here. All the slides that we have been looking at is all about Azure AI Studio, not the OpenAI Studio. But we have just launched the Azure OpenAI Studio, and which is going to subsequently launch the Azure AI Studio. So if you can go that way, you can do that. Or the shortcut is also you can launch it from here. So here I can click on. So as you can see at the title, one is Azure OpenAI Studio. The other one is the Azure AI Studio. So this is the Azure AI Studio, which is currently in public preview. So here you can just go under manage. So you can see there is a set of hub resources and things that are available. You can go under explore. You can see the different model catalog, model benchmarks. You can compare different models, and also like a prompt catalog. So these are some of the examples of how to write good prompts that are available in here. Under build, if I want to create a new AI project, I will go ahead and create a new AI project. So here you can see as part of this, I need to create an AI resource, but I'm going to reuse the existing AI resource and I'm going to create a new AI project. So now a new AI project will be created, and what it is going to do is it will going to go and provision set of Azure resources that I require to use in my AI solution. So for instance, if I need an Azure AI search, if I need to have a cognitive services resource, it is going to go ahead and create all of them for me, which I can use in my project. So as you can see here, now the project has been created and all the resources that I require are available. So I can go ahead and now within this project, I can do like fine tuning, or I can create deployments or so something. So pretty much you can confine. So if I'm working on a HR project or a Gen AI project for IT or finance, I can create these projects and I can provision the resources in here, and which is good because now then you can manage them efficiently with this particular structure. So this is how you'll go ahead and create a new project within the Azure AI Studio. And Microsoft now they are building this as a one-stop shop where you can do everything related to Azure AI.